Welcome to Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. It's Andrade and Irwin back at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a fun topic on hand. And this one, you guys can already see the names involved. Devin Booker, Trae Young, Donovan Mitchell, and Jayson Tatum. Hoop Central is asking us to rank them 1 to 4. And I already know off the bat that before y'all even finish this video,
you're going to roast us and you're going to give us a
you already have your set opinions.
But you know what?
If you watch this video, you guys are going to shit on us regardless of who we pick. Nobody's going to agree on the same 4. So yeah, let's just get into it. I already know how this is going to go down.
You know what, man? Let me close my eyes. All
right. And wait, before we go, just so you guys know, the way that we're going about it is we're going to rank them as of present time, based off their most recent history or their entire history. So up until now, August of 2021, everything they've done in the past couple of months and couple of years, and that's it. No future trajectory, no nothing, none of that bullshit, no potential development. Let's just rank them as of right now, because it all varies depending on what we're doing. Like if we're doing start a franchise, if we're doing cutting one, just to give you guys a heads up where our minds are at in this ranking.
Yeah, it's very tough.
Right now, let's just say our top pick, number 1 off the bat, okay?
Yeah.
3,
2, 1. Tatum.
Booker.
What? Oh, hell no, man. What?
I had a feeling we were gonna have different takes.
What the fuck are you smoking, man?
All right. I honestly, the rest for me is a switch up. So, all right, let's go with number 2. You ready? All right, your number 2 pick in 3, 2, 1.
Booker.
Tatum.
Okay.
Actually, I'm a liar. It's Donovan.
What? Oh man, yo, please.
I don't know, man. Like I said, 2 to 4 is a toss-up for
man.
me, man.
When we're looking at the demographics, man, we're gonna understand why. This dip from like 100% engagement to like 20%. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker.
It's a legit toss-up for me because it's just right now, and Tatum has not been pushing the Celtics as far as what I've been. Whatever.
Yo, it's not.
They did make it to the Eastern Conference in the bubble.
It's not Tatum's fault that Jaylen Brown was injured.
I agree.
And they faced the fucking Nets.
I agree.
Healthy.
Trae Young carried an Atlanta Hawks team all the way to. Dude. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna stick with Donovan.
Ben Simmons.
I'm gonna stick with Donovan for number 2.
All right. Fine. Okay.
Number 3.
Number 3.
1,
2, 1.
Trae Young. And number 4. 3, 2,
1. Trae. What? You put
we're not okay.
You put him as number 4.
Okay, let me get something straight. I don't know if you're ranking them by just individual talent. Individual talent. I'm ranking them with individual talent plus how they can push a team, carry a team, etc. And I was sleeping on Trae Young for the longest. And I'm not gonna do that shit no more.
You are aware that in basketball in the NBA, there's defense and there's offense, right?
I agree.
Right? Okay, just making sure.
And Tatum's got the size.
Tatum is easily the best scorer, arguably the best scorer in this bunch, and the best defender in this bunch as well.
I know.
Because
this one I already did. This is gonna involve a lot of recency bias. There's ranking them as of right now.
There's no recency bias.
No future trajectory. No.
If it was recency,
we're taking future trajectory and everything. If I was building my franchise, I'd probably pick Tatum number 2. I think you're doing
recency bias because the Celtics played like shit last year.
I'm saying there is recency bias.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I didn't hear it right. Okay, fine. I'm like.
But that's why, we're ranking them as of right now. If I'm starting a franchise, look, Tatum would be my number 1 or number 2 pick. No question. I'm ranking them right now. Okay, I got Booker, top 1, because Booker, to me, has had the most developed in the past year out of these 4. Trae is arguably up there, if not.
Tell me, what did Booker did before Chris Paul came to the Suns?
Okay, that's fine.
Playoffs.
But right now, we're ranking him as of right now. Booker, what he proved to me in these playoffs,
right now,
this entire postseason, is that he can actually play in clutch moments. He can make big shots, and he will provide when it's needed. The biggest question on Booker's head this entire time was, is he just a high-scoring guy who just gets buckets in the regular season and whatever games, or can he do it when it needs be? And he was making clutch shots. He was providing clutch plays during the entire time up until the finals. Like even throughout the finals, he could have done better in the finals, But even in the finals, he had his moments. So for me,
like
right now, I'm gonna rank him top 1 because he deserves it. Chris Paul's a big reason for that. Yes. Would he have done that without Chris Paul? I don't think so. But right now, and all the experience that he took from that experience and with CP3, wouldn't surprise me coming into the season. We see a little more, and he was playing defense. Was it top tier defense? Yeah, there's better defense out there, but he was showing up when needed be. You know what I mean? Why do you got Tatum number 1?
It's common sense, man. I'm tired of they're putting Tatum on these lists, man.
Yeah, how's
Tatum,
that first round loss taste?
You play the Nets. Who the fuck is gonna get past the Nets healthy?
Hey, we didn't think the Bucks were gonna get past the Nets.
I mean, cause shit, man, it was a 50% Harden, and Kyrie was out, and KD was still like at 90%.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, shit.
And plus, the Nets weren't all there against the Celtics either.
Yeah, they were.
They weren't fully healthy. They weren't fully healthy. Or else Harden wouldn't have been like that during the second round. Remember?
All right, man. Still the fucking Nets, bro.
No, I know it's still the fucking
Tatum
Nets, but
easily can light your ass up.
Celtics should have had better chemistry and everything. In the past 3 years,
they did not have Jaylen. They did not have Jaylen Brown, the second best player. If they had the second best player,
that's true.
It would have been a lot better, man. Come on.
No,
man.
that's true.
Tatum easily can drop 60 on your ass. Very easy on anybody, any type of defense. Tatum can play a lot better defense than any of these three. And if you think these guys play any better defense than Tatum, you are smoking some shit. I don't know. You're doing DMT. You're doing. I don't know. I want to hear what the fuck you're smoking, because I want to have some taste about that. That's it. Very common sense when it comes to that. That's why I had Tatum number 1. He can play defense and he can play offense as well. Just as good.
I'm trying to reward the guys that deserve it right now.
Nah, man, there's no rewards, man. It's being objective, man. It's like, what have you done
that's part
of
objectivity.
No, man.
I got Trae now up. I don't know. For me, 2 and 3 are very interchangeable, but I'll put Trae in 2 or 3. Fuck it, I'll give him 2, just because he led that Hawks team to the Eastern Conference Finals. I did not expect him to do any of that, and he led them. You can even arguably say he carried them, and they weren't fully healthy. You know what I mean? And he did that. He made clutch shots. He fucking was the reason they got to where they at. Because even when he wasn't performing well, there were games where the Hawks would still do okay, but there were a lot of games where they were just shitting if Trae wasn't fucking ice cold. You know what I mean? And on top of that, Trae embraces it all. He's an entertainer. And like, dude, Trae deserves it, man. I'm gonna say that right now. Now, he's like, an Isaiah Thomas, a Kemba Walker. He's a very small guy. No defense or barely any defense, even if he put all the effort in the world into his D. And that does bunk him down to, I guess I would have him at 3rd. Because Donovan, I got 2 or 3, like above Tatum, just because Donovan proved it the entire time regular season. Was leading this team. And I think we can mostly all agree that if Donovan was playing, the Jazz may have gone further. There's a good chance that they would have gone further, or could have gone further.
Look, if Donovan Mitchell was healthy,
and even when he was injured, that man was performing. He was still killing it.
If he was 100% healthy, it would have been Suns versus Jazz.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. But okay, Booker, I'm gonna put him number 2 because if it wasn't for Booker, they would not pulled that upset versus the Lakers, even with the injury to Anthony Davis. When Chris Paul wasn't doing his thing, who was stepping up? Booker. Obviously, Aiden, he gives him credit as well.
Proved it in the postseason.
He's not number 1.
That's why I got number 1.
Number 3, why I have Spider over Trae. Trae did amazing these playoffs, but Spider has proven that he has stepped up in the playoffs. Several times in the bubble, that whole series, man, versus the Nuggets. Stepped the fuck up. He was going toe to toe.
That's ultimately why I put Spider over Trae.
When it comes to when it's coming to that,
Trae had this one great year.
Plays in a superior conference in the Western Conference, which is tougher to be able to do that than the Eastern Conference Finals. Ben Simmons doesn't play in the Western Conference. You're not gonna have that shit come and help you out as well.
You just had to try Simmons.
Yeah, man. He's getting that. He's getting that stupid hype again. He made it 3 again.
Those 2 players you just talked about, Donovan and Trae.
They're interchangeable.
They are okay. So we agree on that.
Yeah.
For me, more consistent in the postseason than Tatum has been in terms of performance. Tatum will go on and off. He'll be very streaky sometimes. I need Tatum to just be a fucking stagnant, great player throughout the postseason. Like, it goes. Trae, while he would have bad games, It was not a lot, and that's something that surprised me a lot about Trae. And he's a shooter. He should have more bad games because shooting can be very streaky. But Trae would just show up, and even if he wasn't having a great shooting night, he would still find ways to be effective. Tatum, when he's having an off night, the Celtics will kind of disappear, and he has a harder time. And he should not have such a hard time because he's got the body, he's got the IQ, he's got the defensive. But he kind of shrink. We've seen him shrink several times in big moments, not just last year, like this past postseason, but several times over the past couple years. As a Spider, not as much. Spider had a great freshman postseason performance. Sophomore one's a little but still good compared to a lot of people. And now he's just kind of solidified that you just know you're gonna get great A1 performances from Donovan Mitchell in the postseason. Tatum, it's like an A1B performance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just got to reward Booker and Trae after what they did. Because, I don't know, man. What Trae did really impressed me. And then Booker, he was still able to do it in the finals. The biggest spotlight. That's all I'm going to say.
The good thing about this is, man, it's not set in stone.
Yeah, I know people are going to fucking rag on me for
hey, you know
putting
what?
Tatum last.
Good thing that you brought that up. So let's give ourselves a moment of silence real quick.
For my funeral?
Both of us. Because we're both about to get ripped a new one.
That is true.
I'm going to get that Vaseline ready.
For historic sense, I have ranked Tatum high in a lot of other fun topics we've done in terms of ranking or cutting or whatever. But right now, we're talking about this very moment.
Hey,
those other three players proved it. And
yeah, I can't wait to hear what we see in the comments. This is gonna be a good exercise to build some thick skin.
Yeah. And when you guys rank them, please tell us why. Like, just in short summary or something, because I'm very curious and I could learn from it. Maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone over here, borderline, had me like really considering like, oh shit,
yeah.
Maybe I should put Tatum at 3 or 4. I mean 3 or 2.
But anyways, guys, no matter what it is, we appreciate all the love and the hate. You guys already know. Catch us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and your local cemetery. And
all streaming podcast platforms.
Yeah, all podcast streaming platforms.
Please hit that sub button.
Yeah, 85% of y'all are not subscribed, man. Let's fucking do something about it. By Christmas, man, let's bring this up down, man, by quite a bit, man. That way, you know, more of y'all can roast us.
Join the BTD community.
And roast us.
And on that note.
Anyways, we'll catch you guys soon. For now.
Take care.